Hello. Welcome to another episode of Hot in the City. You see my beef for Ibrahim. You see how Ibrahim was looking at me? I had to beat back. Sorry. Bring me kana majel. Help me them to kana me def rek bala help me di japa. Because Ibrahim no more holiday huma. Then def my country, my people, my government. How you there? How are you? How are the folks? How is the family? How are the pickings? How is the economy treating you? Since some of you don't think we know what the meaning of inflation is. How is inflation treating you, sir? How are you today? On this beautiful Righteous Friday, I greet you all. I feel like a good newscaster.
It's giving GRTS.
So it's giving GRTS show. We're back at it again with another episode. Welcome, my beautiful people, ladies and gentlemen. You know, we should put him just ladies at this point because maybe anyone, oh my God, the girls are there. Ibrahim, they said you're one of the girls. Welcome to the girls. We have my beautiful, per usual, Madam Juicy is right here. What's up, Miss Mika? How you doing? She said today I'm anti-liquor. Yes. She said I'm anti-liquor. Yes.
Just because of the outfit.
Granny Hannah has entered the business. Anti-Igwe. Igwe. It's giving Igwe vibes.
Yes, ma.
You know, sir.
And the afternoon. When we do well, how the hot? You hot?
Yes.
We share. We thank God.
We thank God.
Say
We
that
thank
I
God.
give you. Go
I
on,
did. And we have Mr. Ibrahim. Mr.
Chesa.
Little Caesar. Is it any outside?
I think so.
It is. Thank God somebody's here. But again, God, please keep the mosquitoes in check. And God, I ain't asking for much. But please get rid of the frogs in front of my house that be knocking. I don't want them in my house anymore. I'm tired of the frogs. I need the frogs to go. The frogs are so loud when they're knocking. I don't want to hear that. No, they're not paying my rent. They're not paying rent. They're just making noise. I don't want to hear
They're just coming
it.
like around July and
I don't care.
them.
They vex me.
Well, you-
I am a hater. I don't want to hear it.
Neighbor.
Please procreate somewhere else. Thank you.
Neighbor.
Go somewhere else. I don't want you as a neighbor.
Neighbor.
I don't want you as a neighbor. Please leave me alone. Listen,
I don't even see you.
no, the mosquitoes are loud, bro. I hate frogs. I hate the frogs. God, I know what you made them, but goddamn, I don't like the frogs. But y'all ready? Today's gonna be a little serious in the conversation. Yeah. It's gonna be a little heavy, so I'm gonna give you a little trigger warning. We're gonna be talking a little bit on essay, victim blaming, and we might touch a little bit on consent, but there'll probably be a part 2 for a full consent video, because clearly some of you don't know what the meaning of no is. So we will come with the dictionary meaning and the polite, actual meaning of consent. Because when she says no, she meant no. Bukan ni hal di korai di kawan di dengar try hard to get you don't need to go yen man I have time for you. I have time. So let's move on before Nawek shows the nyasha because it's raining. I have to prepare myself mentally. I know Nawek is going to come. So today we're going to get into it. Today we're going to talk about sexual assault in the Gambia and victim blaming and why, as Gambia, do we always protect the predator, not the victims. So let's get into it, ladies. Let's get into it. Everybody had to take a breath.
Yeah.
It's
a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Only
It's a lot. In the name of Sutura for me today. Do you know that there's like in the entire world, the statistics is globally 33% of women experience sexual or physical violence in the Gambia and it's 1 in 3 women. There's 4 of us here.
So as in 1 in 3.
And 1 in 3. And in this room, it's possible it can be all. To some sense. In some manner, in some form, in some shape, it could be all.
Yeah.
But 1 in 3. And there's 4 of us here. Yeah. So that's just lets you know. If you got 4 sisters, you should talk to some of them.
Which one is some of them? Talk to all of them.
Thank you.
What?
What are you? Because Kena's a group of
Every Friday.
No, honestly.
Lightly.
No, honestly, you should. And don't worry, we're not pulling these stats off Anyash, please.
Just from this Commonwealth.
That's the UN Women's, the organization, the data. And this, mind you, because Gambian, yo, my baby trying to be in the show so bad. He trying to be in here so bad, or he got opinions on the matter. Yep. He's an old soul. He came back. So he's coming back to tell you, when I was a woman, let me tell you what happened. That's what he's giving. But let me stop. But no, because Gambia has a really bad habit of not keeping data. We're really bad at data collecting. And mind you, this data is from 2019, 2020. We're in 2025. folks. There's literally not been an update. I literally dove really deep to find my information. There is not a current update in data about how many women have been essayed in this country. Do you know how shit that is?
That indicates that none of them really cares. They don't really
Nobody
care.
cares. Thank you.
But
And
once-
also, maybe there's not enough data to
Lack of-
collect because of the fact that some people don't
yes.
end up reporting.
Yeah.
And
Oh
stuff
no,
like
we
that.
have
That
a high
also,
case of people not reporting.
Mhm,
Mind
mhm,
you,
mhm. I wouldn't be
that 1 in
surprised.
3 is because of
because
the people that
people
have
haven't
reported
yeah.
over like 5 years ago. Mind you,
Mhm.
So
from
why,
5
why,
years
so
ago.
why do you think that some other people don't really report?
Because there's
because
nothing
they
that's
don't
been done.
report because the person that's doing it to you is either your uncle or your cousin.
Or if you go to the police,
Or
they
in the
don't really
house.
care sometimes.
Most of these essay cases that happen is from the house.
Can
Yeah.
we be a little louder? I feel like we're low because the rain is
Yeah.
collecting sound.
Most
Sha.
of these essay cases, and
Yeah.
the reason why the statistics cannot be updated is because most of them are done by the uncles, the cousins, the people in the house, the people you live with, the people that do it. So like
Yeah.
then just example, something happens, you as a child, you go to your parent and say, okay, Saraka, come say Raka, sa uncle did this to you. Pour mu digest loolu daf ko jël time. Te being the typical Gambian, du ko bëgg a nangu. Nga laa ne, hey, demal nga dem toog. Like they
Yeah,
would
yeah,
just
fair.
brush it under the carpet because why? They don't want to accept that suma rakaman mu ngi foye suma doom bi.
Nekuloo sax man I feel like ne sometimes dañ ko dee accept de xaw ma ndax bañ bi la deep down yow xam nga because I feel like yow yaa jur sa doom.
Yeah.
There's certain things here soo xoolee sa doom
Thank
you
you.
know kii mu ngi wax because tuma naka lay just doing all of a sudden ma bëgg a fenn side daf ma def dara loolu dafa make sense koo xamante ne mooy loolu.
Like I just
feel
woke
like
up to do it.
it's
Yeah,
them like
yeah.
there's something just
And,
inside
and it's
now.
always
Yeah.
getting worse
Yeah.
because few months ago or few years ago, so hold on Gambia statistics. So hold all these essay cases. Send bir kerila.
Yeah.
Nekkul ne nit daf dee jógee si mbedd bi. Look
Thank
at that
you.
case of that baby. That
Yep.
baby.
Ah,
Kooku si biir
let's
kër bi la
not-
jógee
oof.
ni. Essay is just like such a cat. People that
Know you.
do stuff to you in your house.
It's the people that
It's
know
the
you.
people that know you.
Yeah.
Xam nañ ne sa yaay du fa nekk at this time. Xam nañ ne kii dem na liggéey. Xam nañ ne kii dem na. So they know you're vulnerable. You're the one that is in the house. And they feel ne because ñoom ñoo la mag, they can do anything to you. And yow soo demee nga boole waxi xale la against waxi mag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So ko xoole be xool. Foofu leen ko dee jàppe waxi xale la against waxi mag. And that's how they're going to be brushing it under the carpet.
Yep.
That's how the person that's molesting you is going to keep on molesting you until you that's being molested, you're going to think is a normal thing.
It's a normal
Thing,
thing,
yep.
yeah.
Like you're gonna think that okay, being young and having men all around you and touching is a normal thing. No, it's not normal. It's not even close to being
Yeah.
normal. So I feel like as parents, we need to actually look into our kids and look into who we're leaving our children with.
Look and listen.
Yeah.
The thing is
Yeah.
also
Look
that
and
places
Mhm.
as a parent, if your child comes to you with kid of my definitely,
Gomko.
that's the thing I've learned in life is kids do not lie. Kids will always tell you what they see and what they experience.
Oh, yes.
Because lying is something that you teach. It's not something that they
They
innately
inherit.
have.
You can't.
They are taught to lie. And if you have, and you as a parent, come like sa uncle, mo lang ko def, yung ganyan ko sa yay. I promise you, 90% of the time,
They
the
know.
mom knew that the brother's behavior was like that from
Yeah.
when she was a kid because I'm not from Dore.
I'm not
Of
from style.
course.
1 or 2 complaints
Well,
doon. Like,
thank you.
I'm not really
I'm not being jigéen si koñ bi.
Thank you
Ko
very much.
waxoon ne brodaam bi lii la ko def.
Wow, bañ
Moom
na.
xaritam sax so
Yep.
tu brodaam li film la ko. Xam nga, you know what I'm saying? Te loolu dafa bari. Dafa bari. There's literally a case. I remember one of the social workers we were working with. He came and I forgot the name of the town. Mine ko ne, there's a whole community of young girls that can't go to school right now because there's a sexual predator that waits for them at the junction when they go to school. Go to bed of that how they just know the jigeni them. See the village la wane. Lu serious la wane. Mine ma hale jigeni legi du nenang ñu dem school because of koku non. Man ko way lu taw report
What
koku?
Or at
You know,
least
'cause
mob
we go
justice.
report. No,
Jungle
they just said
justice
they didn't
be-
want to report that man because of who his father is.
Oh wow.
And because of their standing in the community, they don't want to report him. Mind you, it's not 1, 2 girls, it's a bunch of kids. There's a whole community of little girls not going to school because that man is at that road waiting.
No, but I feel like
And that's smart. Imagine a whole community knows the key and codef.
That's great.
Yet hell out to learn how you jump at killing New York police. I will even kill himself. I will
no,
let
but,
you kill
but
him.
as a parent,
That's smart.
do they sit and because ñoom they already grown, they've had consent having sexual intimacy. They have consent. Now, you as a parent, imagine like putting yourself in your child's shoes. You're not talk. Yow góor bu la ëpp taxaw sa kaw mu ne dem laa def lii yow nga ne yow déedéet bugguloo loolu boromam di forcer yow sa boppam comme sa boppam like on you you as the parent like imagine yourself in that shoe and then try to analyze what your child is going through before you tell them no like comme yaa ngi fen man noonu laa ko di xoolee like everything they tell you especially when it comes to pain and trauma if you don't even want to live it in your brain for a second, then you can be able to analyze the kind of trauma and pain that person is going through.
Yeah.
Because I'm feeling unless we put ourselves in those shoes, we would never understand.
And sometimes it's not even them even coming out to tell you like, oh, this and this will happen. There's certain things they will say offhand, and you're gonna look at them like, wait,
Is that normal?
where did you learn this? What is
How do you
going
know
on here?
that?
How do you know about this?
Yeah.
So sometimes there's even like without them even telling you straight up, oh, this and this is what happened.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, oh, they'll name like a body part or something. You're like, oh, I didn't teach you
have
that.
that.
Where did you get this?
I came across this video on social media.
Yeah.
The lady, she was teaching her child good touch and bad touch.
Bad
Yeah.
touch, yes.
You saw that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's
No,
something.
no. That is something, okay,
Yes.
that's something we're going to get into, obviously, like as in how we can teach our kids to like understand, which was based on the consent conversation as well. Because if the earlier you teach a child what consent is and what their private parts mean and who can and who can't touch it and what that looks like, the easier it would be for us to not have to have these problems. Because it starts at home. You can't expect
It
your
always starts
child
at
to
home.
know stuff outside
don't
of the
teach
home
them.
first. Thing is, that's a dorm. Yala mola kome. It's a gift. Whether you know it or not. You don't have to even like your husband's self. You don't even have to like your child's mother. But God gave you that child as a gift for you. And that means you have responsibility towards that child because God ordained that for you. And you need to uphold it. Listen, man, there's some things, I talk a lot of shit about to my mom. I do. I know myself because
Well, I don't
you
joke
know
about
she
that
don't
woman.
did her job, but she did some things that I ain't really gonna walk with, and I get with her. But one thing my mom did very early, she did not play about it because of her own experience as a woman in this country. Her own cousins tried her. My mom would come and tell me, "You cannot go to this place and this place and that place and that place," and I'll get angry. But when she sat me down, she said, "It's because
Of this and this and that.
there are grown men that will try to slap
you.
my feet,
Yeah.
definitely boom la lal. Go sula lal like nga bin. Sula henye saranga bin. That's how my mom said it to me. Sula henye saranga bin. I kid you not. I used to go to school. If the boys touch me anyhow, I'm like, "Oh my God, I'm pregnant."
But it's good.
No, but
It's
like,
good, yeah.
I'm gonna like, it created a fear of men for me
Yeah.
that I didn't realize I upheld until early in my teen years, until I was like in my early 20s to like actually grapple. Okay, she
Now I
said this. I
understand, yes,
understand obviously how biology works. I knew that biology worked like grade 4. But the mentality in my mind is men are dangerous.
They are.
You have to be careful. Not every man has good intentions,
Intentions
for
for
you.
you.
You can trust your dad and your brothers. Outside of that, everybody else is risky. That's how they put it to me.
That's
Bro,
It's even
si yara
worse.
community, si yara kiri.
Well,
Digala.
this is the same thing. My mom, boom say on second CMB. Okay, understand na ne góor bi daf ñu bëgg a waaye jurut ñu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Understand suma pa lu ma jëlal beneen góor duma ko
Góor
mën a
ba jëlal,
jëlal.
yeah.
Suma yaram dee tëdda ba xaaji guddi rek mu jóg mu dem seet.
Yeah.
Because ñun ñaari jigéen la.
Yeah.
Duñ tëral soluñ tights.
Yeah.
Duñ tëral soluñ loo xamante ne everything is covered
Yep.
like everything is like pap.
Pap,
Daf dee
yep.
toog dafa bi dañ ko dee mbéj rek mu ñëw. Dafa ko di siyee ba mu ne la mu ne ma déedéet.
Because say I have
Sëyu maa sa papa de.
exactly.
Keneen laa nekk di siyee.
Yep.
Suma jëkkër la waaw waaye du sa papa.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
Understand?
yaayam
She's
xam na
very
ne
cautious.
yaayam xam na ne gis nga some men they use the advantage ne okay kii mu ngi sol lu gàtta maa ngi ko gis.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. Ne waaw.
and it's fucked
So yaayam
up.
akula. Me, my mom, like, it's not just her mom.
Yeah.
There's a certain way you play with a guy. They know that you're not a virgin anymore. They know. They tell you don't sabi man.
Yeah.
Like,
So
straight up.
they can
Yeah.
tell.
Come. They know when this person is doing and when this person is
Especially-
not doing. Because someone
They
that
know.
doesn't do will not come and be resuing with a guy. Once you start this, leave this life and don't cross. In don't sabi wetin then they
They
do.
know sabi.
And the ones that they know that they come learn like they keep you under lock and key.
Key.
Come,
Hey.
don't go there,
No,
chahani, sir.
serious lock
Because
and
how many
key.
help? Nyom hamnen how it's like. Like we know how it's like they're gonna tell it to you as if you this uncle you know good.
You know,
The fella
Hey,
woman,
yo.
them picking the fella. They tell you. So it's your own common sense that's going to clearly tell you. Huh?
Reminded me of my
You know
dad.
like what a janga?
Yeah.
You know like what a
And then
janga?
I feel like in every home, you need to teach your kid from when she come bum neke hale.
Yeah.
So especially so amé dom bu jigen comme bu ko rusé comme
Go to say.
so demé be am dom bu jigen yeen ñaar xarit ngeen wara don.
Yeah.
Like
But how can you teach your kids when you yourself you are not even educated? You
But
don't
that's
even
the-
know nothing.
that-
No, but
That's
that's the
not
thing,
about
there's
education.
nothing.
It's not
Let me
about
say
education.
something.
Yeah,
Ibrahima,
it's just life.
It's not about education.
life.
This is it's every woman. Every woman on this planet. Everyone.
Yeah, but every
not,
woman, sir.
not every just mehe. Every jigen, hamna bena jigen bo hamne ne.
Jana
They have
siyen.
gone through
Yep.
it. And it is not somebody that went outside and picked them off the streets and do them.
No.
It is
It's
their
their
auntie,
uncles.
their uncle, their brother, their father. It's somebody that the
Somewhere,
family
somehow.
has held like this. Every day, hale bujigin wo dafa with somebody ko jis. Imagine that. Like let me say from my own. Let me give you a little bit of my own background, my experience. I had to see the person that tried to assault me every time. Every day. I know his scar like the back of my hand. To this day, I know the way his hair looks. I know everything. And it was an old ass nigga. He could have been my grandfather.
Great grand, actually.
No, listen to this line I need it. They just watch out school. I tell my friends, I said, if ever a man like that approaches you, he's a predator. Don't talk to him ever. Don't even if he offered you a ride to the front of your house, say no. Even if you don't have any money, come and ask me before you go to that man. I made it my job to do that. Because if somebody else was not going to, I knew for a fact I could protect myself, but I needed to make sure that the community knew I would protect them too, because they will not go. Will not happen. I'm saying full you can't even.
gis nga sañ-sañ bo am ni su nekkon mom la ñepp am, it will make things way easier. Honestly.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it just takes for me to I'm going over there and Lika would say, oh, that is all just what it takes to save a person. Simple. Why nekkut okay. Xam nga luy problem bi ñun yene itam ñun jigéen ñi ñoko dé tek sun kaw. Because we're not content. Let's just be honest. We're not content. So we feel like if we want something, we just have to let someone do whatever they want with us. And it doesn't work. And it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, but that's also a reflection of how society has handled them.
Yeah, peer pressure is actually
peer pressure is a
assaulting us
thing.
and we're not even knowing. Peer pressure is actually pushing us into those corners and we think it's okay. Yeah, we can talk about the predators, but sometimes peer pressure when you say Luga.
Yeah, but also, I mean, you gotta understand something about predators is they know the victim.
Yeah, they know how to prey on your vulnerability.
Like family bi bugul ko family bi topotowuñ ko
Moy dem si biti.
moy dem si biti te ñooñu la ñoo jël. Because let me tell you something. See, one thing about me is I love true crime and that's like my pastime. Like I love me some I want to know what makes the psycho that they are. Yeah. Right? And when they talk to you, it's like they have a third sense or somewhere in their brain that clicks when they
on
see
your vulnerability.
somebody that is available, that is emotionally available for manipulation. Because I'm gonna go over there. This man said it in his interview. Mind you, he is a serial rapist in a whole town that they traumatized, full town. They got full bandula traumatized. I forgot the name. It's some white man. And you know what he said was the reason why? He said, a child that is loved is easy to know, but a child that is unloved is easier to choose.
Because just last week, I was watching this documentary. So they did it was actually in New York. What they did was they took a camera, put it on the street, and then let it record for 24 hours. Mm-hmm. Like how people are passing and everything. Yeah. And then they took that video footage, and then they took it back to the prison where it's only... the criminals, the rapists, the SA people that are there. Yeah. They played the video for them. You know what they asked them? How do you get your target? Yeah. Mm-hmm. They watched the video and they started describing it. You see, they said the person that's working sluggishly. Yeah. The person doesn't care. Yeah. Yeah. You know, but you see the person that is walking confidently, looking left and right. Yep. Is cautious. Yep. While you see they're teaching you to know that this is how people prey on you. Yeah. So man, people said I know. So after those, since now when I'm working head up high. Yeah. I cannot be lost in my thoughts. No, I'm actually telling you. Yeah. I stopped wearing AirPods when I walk. They prey on people. So lolo mola one day. My dad. Nit kure assault. Do they joke rek assault? They jail time. To study victim.
Hey, come on. They have been called so papa. The minute I watch school. Ma dem ba si bori bunti ke fekk dañu amone ay ñak yu di jaay fofu non comme second hand so suma brother they come basic across so my dad saw me coming and then as soon as ñak bi mu ngi gis ma ñëw mu ñëw mu tému ekati the way my dad just ran across the road and said never
in your life.
Never in your life do that again. I was like, what is going on? Papa, inside.
Yes, because you don't know what's
He
happening.
sat me down. Mune mane, gis nga yow man sa doom sa papa la wana mama. Mune mane kilim la def mun na la ko def. Ki góor la xamuloo ko from Adams.
Yep.
Buguma la kaa
Adam's Kanye.
You know, the way my dad was warning me, I
Honey.
mean, if I have go be from somewhere else,
Yes,
I
yep.
don't know about.
They know about each other.
I was like, yo, since then. Good afternoon, sir.
No paresi.
Maramba.
Aku mo buga ifi sama because
I
they
don't
tell
even-
you
I was
plain. So man as a person, come them they try pull jël suma jiko aku bi diko dugal ci suma xarit yo xamne comme dun aku sama ñi ne ma yow da nga am jiko mer ma leen du lolu. You watch your surrounding. It's very important. The person that's going to prey on you is right there. The person is not far.
No.
And it's next
Te
to
dem ko
you.
xamut.
Sabo,
Ko xam la.
ngeen
La
ngeen
xool.
waxtaan.
Moo nekk di waxtaan,
Yéen a
ñoo
ngi
di la
def every
xool
good yéen a
nii.
ngi yéen a ngi kaa foofu noonu mu ngi mën a kii moom xamul ba tey ma ko def noonu.
No, and you know what's sad is it happens a lot to the girls that go clubbing that think they for the boys. You know, there's always that because me, I'm a girl for the niggas for real. I am the niggas. I am niggas.
I'm a girl's nigga.
I mean a woman's body, but I'm a man. In their heads. Because I went to a point I was you know, so it's like I know I trust men more than I trust women, but I promise you I was never that stupid. Because the one thing in my brain that says is that if I'm ever too, let's say you're ever too intoxicated, you're out of place. That man that you're going, oh, he's my brother, oh, he
No duga
so from like yeah.
Okay, keyboard, I'm going to buy helicopter because the way I be carrying this woman.
This woman will be having me
I
on
said,
her
actually
local
send me your
cake.
location because sometimes you leave your brain in the house and be going.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
I'm a local come.
We all have each other's locations.
Honestly,
You know,
because you don't
Yes,
know.
Yeah, you
No,
never
Musa
know.
way.
Yeah.
Yena say it's the peer pressure and yo bale.
Wow.
Yena say nekul ne comme ça de pré bi daf la nekk di yaga hard.
No, yeah.
Yo yaa ko de jox signs
Opportunity bi.
unknowingly.
Yeah.
It all
They
comes
are
back.
available.
We need to learn to know how to comport ourselves in public. Tamit. Lolo is very, 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 very important. Because knowing how to comport yourself in public is knowing how to safeguard yourself.
Self, yeah.
Like
Because,
you
yeah.
comporting yourself is you building a firewall around you. It's not because danga buga if you stress, do they smile, do no.
I don't
See,
know.
everyone,
The
you know,
Gambians know what a firewall is.
could smile. But that smiling you're not doing is actually saving you from the person that wants to actually see your teeth. Because men think that once they've seen you smile, once they've seen you happy, it's finished.
Yeah.
Oh, we can get down. Oh, yo, I've been down sir. Even if you like, buy me heaven and earth.
Buguma.
I know once. It doesn't have to be worth it.
It's really not.
Then you need them.
All that being said, when was the database? What you said about it was when did they like last recorded like this
2020.
2020, right?
Imagine that.
So it's 2020 was the last, right?
Yeah.
Now let's say, fine, they know a lot of shit like this is going on, and some people, as you say, they got like this family will they're the ones that will just abuse you and shit. You
Yeah.
understand what I mean? So now it's not like the government don't know shit about that. They really do. I see.
No, they know. Because I'm getting the information from them. So they know.
They know. So I feel like the government also have a very important role to play toward that. Because now they obviously know that things like it happens at home. And the people that are the victims, they would never get the chance or they're scared to go out there and report it. And they know it's really going on. Why not the government do something about that? You understand?
Because you know.
So I feel like they don't.
Yeah.
The government aspect of this would be the social workers that they send out, will be the places that they have like backwater, which is basically a refuge for young moms and women that are like escaping essays and stuff like that. They have these stations, but what they are not doing is maintaining them for the long run. And because what happens is when you have the cases now, they have a larger caseload than they can handle. So now, come finish more on a job, let's say 60 mattresses, you am like every month, this, that, and the third, the government will say we can't contain this because we don't know we can't afford to feed
They don't
this
have a
many
budget
people.
for it.
They don't have a budget for it, right? Now they will continue and say, we still have this location. Like, I'm not. Back on the saying home before no. That's what it's meant to be for. But if you go there now, Ibrahima, don't nangu sasara kabutre dapa. No buga sa boat sa fananfa. And that's how bad that situation is there. Mind you, we're not talking about the other places that they say they have in up countries and stuff along the lines.
They have enough countries.
Oh yeah, they have some in up country. Yeah, because I had to work with social workers for a while. But they do. But they're not still, is the maintaining that becomes the issue. So the people that maintain it is the UNFPAs, is the UN people and doing
single
stuff.
volunteers.
Yeah, the single volunteers, people that are going to go up and down and do it, but they can only do so much. Because it's not ñun dañ daan am case reports ba léegi maa wax ak yow suñu organisation dafay am reports ba léegi. And you know what happens when you take it to the police? The police will tell you, we went there. The victim says nothing happened. They will change their mind. Because why? Yeah, I'm that's the thing, Nak, Ibrahima. It's not police be. They have boundaries, right? They cannot cross. If you, the person that is going to report the case, takes back what you said, they cannot move forward. Legally, they can't do anything. You report, you can't do it. I'm not they know TA, deaf coordinator, they will report it. They will stick to it. They will through the background. That man will come and say a different story, and they will let that man go.
Yeah.
Because ñoom xam nañ góor boobu noonu seen mbokk la police officer bi kooku mbokkam la xam na kooku maamam file ne papaam file anteem file ray na ko tuuti daas na ko tuuti mu bàyyi ko mais ko kii góor bu baax la du mun a def loolu yow lu tax nga wax loolu xanaa lan nga soloon you like the stupid questions like that. The way you say it, my brain that's got to say what he said. Freddie does.
Because now they don't care.
Yeah, because they don't care.
Do whatever. And nothing.
But that's the thing. They don't care, but the people that are going through it are going through a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, this topic is very sensitive to me. But the people that are going through it are going through a lot, and they need help.
A lot of help.
It doesn't take much to help someone that has gone through stuff. You understand? They just need just listen to them. Compassion. Yérem comme dafa metti nga wax ni déedéet mu ngi forcer. Lolu dara gënu ko metti. Especially someone you don't want. Example nga duga van right now. Ñu tok. Ki mu ngi ñaxa yow nek lo di ñaxa mu ngi. Don't you feel uncomfortable? Now imagine having that load on you. Exactly.
And you're 10.
And you're 10. Or 8 or 5 or whatever.
Small little thing.
Come dafa nek ni feed ko dey full rek. But some social media pages that I follow, recently, America, they were doing this investigation on predators because recently they caught 100 and something out of 200 and something.
There is a network for them.
Yeah, them could they sit and come because I know how it is like.
We're there.
So right now, what they did
a
was
lot of time watching this
they
stuff.
infiltrated some, and they have groups.
Yes.
They have Facebook groups or whatever. If you see the messages, oh, I have an 8-year-old. What's the word? No, I don't like 8-year-olds. I like them younger.
Pedophiles.
The more I watch it, but there are some people, us the grown-ups, we they don't even see us.
No,
I'm telling you, these are grown men that are come 8-year-olds.
Thank you. That's the word.
No, I want younger.
And there's a museum of like, you know how everyone's always like, oh, what did they wear?
Yeah.
So there's a museum of the victims and their clothing.
Yeah.
And it's some sad stuff because you're literally seeing a 1-year-old's
clothes.
Like their onesie.
Just what?
Because you know how they're always like, oh, what did they wear? Mind you, there's a whole range of clothes
that was
worn at the time that they were assaulted and stuff like that. So I'm talking about from
onesie
to like senior citizens.
Yeah.
I'm talking about
Yeah.
both boys and girls.
Yep.
It's messed up.
And it's very hard because sometimes you don't understand. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, man, someone magdafa am doom bu jigéen, and when I look at her, am ku dee yéreem te defu dara.
Yeah.
Te dara xewul. Cause maa ngi wane yaa ngi nekk si aduna boo xamante ne nii so many things can happen. Like when I see her, su ma moo dee dee. Cause xam naa what she's up against.
I have 2 nieces in my house right now, and they're the most free-spoken up out in the world. You know, say, and they just there. And I tell my household, I like the reason why I think I'm not in that is because they have my mother. And one thing about my mom is not, her brain is, her Baba is not saying that. That one, her Baba is not saying that. She don't play about them. Those are her first grandkids. Yeah. You know, she don't play about them girls. And she would treat them the same way she did me, which was, góor loolu tax góor nax la in any form or shape. The gis suma xale yi suñ génnee si biti sax pour dem si bitig bi laa la wax de me I'm at the window
Watching.
I'm looking.
I think that's me.
Dama ko bay bi sa koñ bi dañ ma xamé problématique. Man problematic. I'm loud in my neighborhood. You know me.
I do that
But
with my
I don't even
cousin.
like them. Personally because ñu suñ koñ yëpp half bi yëpp ay maçon la defarkat yi ilfi mini and they're all men.
Yeah.
And they're all men.
I do that with my
You two
cousin.
cannot leave the house wearing shorts. His dad, her dad loses his shit. My mother loses shit.
My cousin thinks that you telling her to go inside and wear something long is you putting a
Pulling
knife
her.
on her neck.
Yes.
Man, I clearly told her. Man, me and herself now, we don't have much business because I feel like she doesn't want to listen to me. I tell her, the reason why I'm wasting my energy telling you shit because I know what's there.
Yeah.
I don't want you to do what I did. I've seen it. It's not that the bugu manga enjoy, lo nekadi enjoy, or bugu manga experience, how to learn experience. But me, I've seen the other side and it's not pretty.
It's
And
not
me personally, I don't want to sit down imagining you going through what I went through. It's
I'm happy to have that conversation.
no.
Because I do understand
one
like
of
the
them, they-
stubbornness because I think they're feeling like, oh my gosh, like
Because
why it's like it's not
control,
fair.
you're
stopping
because
me, how
because
you-
it's messed up because it's like you can't even let these kids like really be
Yes.
kids for real.
You're
Because it's
protecting
like you could like you can't even wanna like your young daughter to wear like a bikini because you're scared. It's
I
like
don't. My,
like it's crazy.
Nga xam ne man
Ici,
suma jamono suma yaay daf maa jëndal jumba
Mama, I know she's watching right now.
Di dem.
She did a
It's so
TikTok
unfair.
video.
Yeah.
She did it like it was just an honest TikTok video with her,
you can't even
with her
have fun
daughter.
for real.
Come, it was all nice and everything, but my niece, come, she's growing now. She's having boobs now. Boob ay tahaw. Someone get said, you know what? I called my mom. I'm like, did you see what? Me and my mom, we just saw the video and we told her to put it down. Because
It sucks.
what we saw,
It sucks.
yun gis, lola benen hali bu godu gis.
Yeah.
And asked, see next week, the next following flight, my mom bought bras. She brought best. She bought everything. Come,
Yes.
Jenna,
Yeah.
come, Ludai. Like, so now we don't even, bitiksa, of course all. As long as you're going outside, she will
Wearing.
cover them.
I think it's just messed up. Sorry to cut you off, but like it's messed up, especially for kids. Like they won't even feel comfortable because it's like at the end of the day, it's like as adults, we know better. And it's like, why did you set up the world in such a way that kids can't even freely be? You know what I'm
You know,
saying?
Hannah was talking about the American episode, and mind you, I use them for a lot of the research I do and our friends, especially when it comes to pedophiles. Because in the entire world, nyo opale.
Nyom opale.
In the entire world, mind you, this was a study. I watched a
I
whole
will
podcast
find the
about
links
this.
and I'll send you.
There's a whole podcast about this. This man would say, he said, you know the reason why he doesn't even post his kids online? He said, because there are pedophile rings that are being used around the world that will take your child's face, create a porno of it, insert themselves in there, and them assaulting your child. And they will sell that video and have it circulate within their group chats. Okay, you said when people tell me about, I say, if you post my child ever in this life,
Look at that French. Did
I
you
will
see
kill people.
That French
Did
lady?
you see that French lady?
Yeah.
Koku jekaram moko
Go
don
for
def.
guy.
Hanga jekaram lum de def.
Oh,
Jekaram is going to sedate her
I'm not even
every
smiling,
night.
sir,
I'm
for
not talking of
just that.
sedating her, just fully sedating her. And he already has like 2-3 customers that are coming there. But
From
they have
age
rules.
range.
They have rules. You're supposed to cut your nails. You're not supposed to have perfume on. You're not supposed to have this on.
So that there's
So
no
every
evidence.
night, there's no evidence. Every night, 3 or 4 men will come and assault his wife
Yes, while he watches.
whilst he watches and
It was
records.
close to 100
Yep.
men, I think.
No, from age range.
Lola did have
From
every
young,
goodie.
from as
So
early
Jabar,
as
this
21
has been
to
going on, I think, for
60-something.
10 years, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she had
they've
no
been
idea.
married.
10 years.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they've been married for 40-something years.
Yeah.
As in
10 years.
Once you are on my life, yes.
Learn more in the learn more terminology again. Because then she started losing her memory. You understand?
Yeah.
Because of a lot of sedation. When she goes to her doctor, she always says, I keep losing some parts of my memories. I keep losing some parts of my memories. No lagay def. Te xam nga naka lagay tiye góor bi. Góor bi dafa dem, you know, a pedophile is always going to be a pedophile. He went to the store taking pictures of some random girls on the skirt. Guy jàpp ko. Bu guy jàppee, when the police went through his phone, that's when they found over 400 something videos of
And that's
his
the only one on his
wife
phone.
and daughter.
That's the only one on his phone.
That's the only one on the phone.
When they went on his computer.
When they went on his computer, he has
It was
data
thousands.
from 10 years of different men
Different guy.
assaulting his wife.
Ah.
Jabaram, bum taka for nyata years.
Now he's dealing with the consequences.
Yo, every goodie.
them.
And they
That's
have
the part
a
that
group
pisses me
chat.
off.
Consequences are for money is the word right now. Because
Mood la neka.
10 years.
He would put the wife in that position to get ready for Coco. Coco si deme, model wat wife, that's for 10 years, come Coco mu def lolu jabaram. But after them for jabaram dafa dofon because dafa develop schizophrenia.
Yeah.
Because brain is already mush.
Yeah.
Yo, for 10 years, you see it every day, every goodie. Different men
5 days
are coming.
a year.
It's some heavy, some strong sedation. Like
Let me
she's
tell you
completely passed out.
You
Doesn't
don't
know
remember
anything.
anything that happened
You
the
don't
night
know
before. You
anything
don't even
that's
remember how you went to
You see,
bed.
that time I was working at Afrimed, this was like in 2016, 2017. I'm the Bennett to buy book in the one. Come Gambia fee, kiden ko asol bem paralyzed. Tuba bujigen. Lol duma ko musa fati. I was working at the ICU. They said my mentor by then Mediun, he passed away. Come jigen bi den ko asol bem paralyzed. Man mako dan change. My change diaper and beyond everything.
Yeah.
She couldn't move. From the time they were taking her to Gambia to her country, she went into an ambulance plane. She went back with an ambulance plane.
Yeah.
Do you know how a person has to assault you sexually?
Several
Pulling
times.
up paralyzed.
And with what?
And with what?
And
Thank
with
you.
so much force.
With so much force, yeah.
So more than money, these people come parents you they want it, let's sweep it under the rug. Then sin nekut more to hit. Sula dale, wala nga kum dal mu jege la. Billahi, gis nga so gisee sa dom bi mu taxaw si kawari góor sax yow si sa boppa danga ko buddi ak shadow yam because danga xam ne it's not right. And it all comes down, we parents, we need to then buy the treat suñ doom yi as doom ñu door leen treat as xarit.
Thank you. As human beings,
as human
fully capable human
beings.
beings.
So jëlee sa doom nga def ko sa xarit nga ko aida comme du la ragal la ñëw wax. You see me, me and my mom, the relationship we share, I can call her right now and tell her anything. And she will guide me through. Come because she lives in the UK. She works with social whatever. So she's a psychologist. So mom, yes please. So mom, the average Gambian lumay jile dara ak mom nunko jile
It's two different things, yeah.
Come man, there's some things I go through. If I call my mom, nobody forget no lama react. Ak suma no they react. Then I go to the I'm luma dewa. I've been young. I know how it is like to go to your mom for something and they turn you back. So man, I will never turn my child back. In fact, ma deglu ko. So neke andu masi. Ma wax ak yon tanka. Why ñun as parents suñ jëlé suñ doom yi ñu def leen sun come how do you call it enemy? How do you think that child is going to feel freely to come and approach you and tell you something? So we need to check ourselves too, huh?
No, that reminds me of the conversation that there's this man, what's his name? Is it Robin? He's a doctor. He's a psychologist, I believe. And he was talking about he specializes in trauma. And the woman interviewing him was like, like this happened to me. It was an older kid, and the guy, and she's like, I didn't tell anyone. He said, why didn't you tell anyone? Because what happened to you, was it not bad? She said, yes, it was. Said, did it not hurt you? She said, yes, it did. Why did you not feel comfortable to tell your mother? He said, because I didn't feel safe enough
to tell
my mother. And the moment she said that, this was me sitting there. I said, I have a son, but even me, if my child comes to me and tells me, I don't feel safe to tell you this, it will shatter me. Yeah. And as a parent, she's sitting there, and then he says, you now, as a mother, how would you feel if your daughter does not feel safe telling you somebody essayed her? And she couldn't pick up the phone to tell you, and that she had to go through it alone. How do you think you as a mother you would feel if you knew that your daughter has been harboring that for years? She said, I would feel like the worst mom ever. She said, that's how your mom felt. I sat there, I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. And I'm there like, I know I didn't tell my mom anything that happened because my mom is not well. I don't care what anybody says to me. My mom seems nice outside, but I know my mom. My mom, the one thing she don't play about, my mom is not, her brain is not stable. That's why I have her system. My mom is not stable. My mom, if I told her, my mom would kill a man. My mom would kill a man. And you know what's funny? When I was younger, my mom told me, never talk to him. She knew him from when she was younger as a kid. She said, do not talk to him. Let me tell you how they got us in the neighborhood. And there's a bunch of us. There's a bunch of girls because there's even twins in there. Hey, hang on, you dainty. Ice cream, you seria. You 5 liters. No, you don't cape and biscuit. No, no, you got paid. We'll come from Dara, and because like I would have to walk this long ass distance to go to my house, me and my little brother. And he would come and like he'll be like, "Oh, where you going?" I'm like, "We're going home," because like we have to walk. So I just need to go behind and get. Hey, Kalen, like ice cream, and then the tanga. Mind you, we're dying in the same heat. So we are all good to kids. We're kids. We're like 10, 11, and like my little brother is like 7, 5 or something, and we're just there like, cool, we can get some ice cream and go. Mind you, this man has been like basically me by hell nanka ban hale lay monal fi man dama am fit man yalla lola ma musa may fit because man ko gisa man koñ bi ni and now because he cornered me in the kitchen where nobody was there, and I'm standing there and I'm looking at him and this is me, I will never forget this young me. I'm looking at him because he's tall. I'm like this. Everybody in the koñ knows my voice. He said Muhammad nema lo ulutanga wax lolu dina ma la set man ko ne gis nga man koñ bi suma yu bena yo la ware bena gis nga nebo bi ni mer bu fi negam bi xamna ma cause mom dama dan dem non la ko dan yu ho I forgot her name. So this old ass lady that had no teeth, she was a full of my woman, had no bone, but I used to trochal her every time. She knows my scream like the back of her head. I said, if I scream once in this house,
she will come.
I don't care what you say to them. They will not even care what you say. They will kill you right here. Me, my coach is not weird. Because I have gone to everybody's house in my neighborhood as a child. Everybody don't know me. They know when she coming loud as hell. So he is like, yeah, hold on. I was like, so if you touch me, I'm telling everybody. And you know my mom. My mom is not well. She will kill you. And my dad will take her out of prison. She will not go. My dad was a member of parliament. I said, my dad will not let his wife go to jail. And you know what will happen to you? You will stay in jail. All your kids in America, they will visit you in jail. This man looked me dead in his eyes and he moved out the door. No la romegina. You smart my tear lahore. I'm telling you, the whole time I am shaking like a fucking leaf. My little brother is eating ice cream. He talk about, oh, ice cream in here. He said, the way I looked at him and I
gis nga fit bobu so gisee nga am ko fit bobu so gisee nga am ko because I moko def
exactly.
It all comes back to
how you were raised in the home.
Thank you.
And you know this is the thing, malolo mama jahal, because before like the show had aired, we were talking about how sexual assault is not even just about young girls and men. Boys it's too. Also even boys too. And I was telling him, I had a friend who told his mom this, and his mom was like, "Nah, you lying, but your aunt would never do that." But it was the same auntie that was doing it to his other cousins. No, if you saw it. Nothing happened.
So what are they really as in Bollywood?
You notice the thing about us is what I've learned, especially since being back, is we have a big issue about not learning how to give people responsibility for their actions. Gis nga ñun Gambia da nga sàcca rek lañ mëna jox responsibility. Sàcca rek déglu ma sàcca rek lañ ko mëna jox. It's not for a drug dealer, it's not for the rapist, it's not for the scammer, nothing else, but just a actual sàcca ko come to your house ko nga jënal cour e ko dóor ko. Waaye koo xam ne assault na sa doom bu góor wala sa doom bu jigéen doo ko jëlal seen cour bi news ko doo ko jëlal waya tay ko si garab ba. You will not strip them naked. Me, I'm just here like, there's a country now they cut off your penis if they find out you're a pedophile. And I was so happy.
No, but you know it's funny, like it's just that because
I'm laughing, but I was so happy. I was so happy.
Then they come jigéen ni seen essay leen dégg na but men boys are being essayed every single day. And si ñoom is normal. Xale góor sa hay man suma mi naan ma naan foye ñoom to ñoom is because that's sad.
That's assault. Like
you
were a kid. You cannot consent to that. And the maids and the uncles and the aunties, whoever, they should know better to not be doing that to kids.
Your mama's friend nak malulu ma de jahal naka la sa yaay xaritam dina defé lool
like
gis na yow fo judo naka nga yoro padre no smile ci gannaaw do neexuma I don't even like how padre is smiling in the background over there. I don't like it.
Jigéen jëma
it don't make sense. Why?
As a grown adult, why are you attracted to a young?
They are male prostitutes. This has been my thing.
What is there to thank you?
What is
they have not even hit puberty.
It cannot stand.
These are kids.
It cannot even stand.
When I look at kids, I just look at them as these are like I know, and the thing is, like, when I look at kids, I look at them like, oh my gosh, like these are kids, these are our future, these are, you know what I'm saying?
You're seeing that,
and then you're seeing something else.
Back then,
it's not come chase. It's not come chase.
Go ahead.
Back then, but now we don't have kids. Go outside.
Kids wait, pause.
Go outside.
But the thing is, I get it, but at the end of the day, no matter what they wear, no matter the
Well, what
makeup,
they
no
look
matter how much they're trying to speed up the
adults.
process, they're kids. Let there be a day somebody mistakes and tells me that to my face. Like, okay, I didn't.
Are you mad?
Are you okay?
Yeah, we're in it.
Like, are you okay?
You don't know what the age of consent is?
No.
Do you?
No, the ones that are pressed about age of consent, them the ones I be looking at. The ones that be
well,
pressed.
you like have.
Oh wait, no, in this state, age of consent. I don't care about age of
In the
consent.
States, but it's so true though.
No,
in America, it's really in the state.
Yes.
Yeah, like 15.
15,
You have age of
16,
consent.
and
You
it's
can
not
actually get
messed
married.
up.
15, 16.
Yeah.
In America,
15,
they say-
16.
Yeah, certain states, it's age of consent is
consent
like
is
15,
15.
16. And that's the excuse that they use. And it's like,
Yeah. And they could child
don't be
themselves,
going
like,
for
legalize.
teens, bro.
16.
Yeah.
16.
Some and then some of them they're messed up. They're trying to lower it as well.
Bro, I tried that when I went to my mom. I enjoy the balcony. My mom will always warn me. In England, she always warned me. She would be like, when you're coming back, come through the door. I have neighbors. And white people, they don't know how to. They will call and say, I'm seeing a black kid. I'm seeing a black kid.
No,
And she,
you're right.
bro,
You're right.
smile daf ma one. Déedéet xam nga man ñi fi góor rek man moom parenteer bi balcony parenteer. Ba dara. Aside jump in Assam, bang! I jump back. I'm in my big bag. I'm gonna call the police. You know what she did? She packed my passport. She packed my bag. They go. Let me bring you come. Let me get you back.
Thank you.
A week later, I found myself in Gambia.
And since then, she never went
I
back.
never called the cops again.
Yo.
Am I not here? Am I not doing Gambia currency with you? Don't try that. But yeah, it all comes back to parents need to know how to teach their kids. The PC Kirby. Yaral sa dombi.
Because the young learn.
Don't use that mentality of no. Don't give them better.
It's not the same.
Do not give them better the opportunity to yar your dom.
Because what they're going to turn into.
Yar bu mbeda bi di jox sa dom bi. Su ñib see si kër bi.
You know,
Si ngeen dee taxaw ngeen ne man juruma kii.
you know,
Kii jikko baayam la jël jikko foo maamam si ngeen di xam ne am na foo maam yu dëgëroon boppa. When you could have just sat your child down and tell your child, okay, come, life bi dafa metti léegi. Ñun luñ daan gis nekkul doon ngeen nekk di gis. Talk like friends. Come, man, no la de wax suma yaay.
Position.
Like I'm in conversation. Tey school naka la woon. Come yow nga wax ni moom sax. You don't even have
Because
to
some of these teachers, my guy.
I think I was about to that. But also, it's not even just the teachers. It is
We're here.
also,
We are there.
No. But it's also, there's even, I don't know why I've been attached to studies lately, but there's also a study that talks about how kids are now being assaulted by older kids.
Yeah.
And it's no longer like, it's not just the auntie or just the uncle. It's
Older
not just
kids want to try stuff
older
on
kids
younger kids now.
because the stuff they see online is
That's
what they want to
yeah.
replicate. And so now there's like England, so I'm on in case of another child murdering another child.
Yeah. Xale bu góor bu ñuul boobu.
Wow.
Ñetti xale la xam nga ñaari xale.
Yeah.
Let's stop. Yeah. And then just recently last week am na beneen xale bu jigéen. Moom dafa jógee si ba moom 6 nit ñoo ko assault one night dafa jógee si bar bi or pub or whatever going to her car. I can't remember the story, but this guy came up to her and told her I need a ride, blah, 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 blah. Koko dugga si moto bi. Koko def lu assault ko ba pare. Mu threaten ko mu ne ko sama yóbbute ma ñibbi naa la yokkalaat. So xale bi jigéen bi foog ne that's the only option. Mu drive ko. Laaj ma fu mu ko drive fu mu ko ne foofu mooy adresse am. There were other 4 that were waiting. Ñu àgg foofu ñi ubbi bunta bi ku nekk.
Your turn, yeah.
Bu gaay pare ñu drive ko ñu yóbbu ko xam bi fan moom gaay wàcce ko foofu. Gaay bàyyi ko si moto bi ñoom ak on moto ñoom ñu continuer dem. Mu call xaritam bi. Waaye ñooñu jaay téye nañ ko police yi xam nga angale ñoom
they don't play that. No.
under 24 hours gaay téye nañ ñoom yëpp. Ñoom 6 yëpp. Because in less than 8 hours maa laa wax ñoom 6 yëpp def nañ lu ko gaay di def bi gaay pare. So léegi yow as a human being, you have to live with the fact that there was a time in your life when you told 6 men no, and they did not
still
accept,
went ahead.
and they
Yep.
still,
And they planned it out.
That was definitely planned.
definitely planned.
Still make call.
Thank you.
somebody available.
Okay, I'm not yombale de.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, you got it. Thank you. Boobu moo feeñ.
Te Gambia fii tamit mu ngi am.
amoon fit bi ñu jàpp ko.
Gambia fii mu ngi am because you guys are not gonna tell me come. Moto yi de taxaw ni si leen bi di yëngatu yëpp ne.
Let me tell you something. Girl, wait. No, I have an even better example. There's a video that came online during New Year's of a girl being assaulted while the person was videoing from their car. I will never forget watching that shit.
Are you serious?
The girl was
Gambia
screaming for Gambia Fini. See, Ganao Field, the field. It's not duplex there, the other area next to it.
Yeah.
The tropics area, like the tropics little corner area, that's it, right opposite Lang Toro. Gis nga fa la hair bi neka nonu ak pole lampa ba. Jigen bi neka di len video ni. Mini way ñi lu ñoo def. Oh my god, what are they doing? What's happening here? I'm
Oh my
looking
God, what
at
are they
the
doing?
video.
They could have just made a phone call. Dimale
Look,
Koko,
that's
yang for, oh my God, what are they doing?
Lika, do make a phone call. Sa scream. Munon nga yuhu. Yo mit house call yuhu. Bora mam da fight daw.
Sorry, my bad. We woke up the baby. My bad. I'll go over there, girl.
Oh my God.
He be aight.
Not because
he's sleeping.
okay, not
He
men,
goes,
sir.
eyes closed.
You grown
Over
people.
there. I promise you, gonna wake up.
You grown people.
I have to mommy while
that
I'm walking people.
think
It's
ne
like,
your age mates or send moromi munalul len dara. Xale yi ñoo si gën a bon xale yi munalul len dara. Xale yi munul comme dama yéen waa léegi yéen góor bi
minors.
xam nga dañ dee wax neesi yow neesi man so yéen da ngeen bëgg a wax ne that reaction of koo nekk di assault lu mu nekk di def yow loolu moo la nekk di turn on because loolu you have to be
That's it.
sick you have to be mentally
there's an actual
sick
song about that.
to be turned on by someone's pain.
Yeah.
And you as a person or the society in general,
Cool.
yen leer na len ne kii dafa bon, yen am ko accommodate. You people are even sicker.
Yeah.
Yen maire yu toog si koñ bi yel def de laal xale yi waaye yen nag
Where ku baax la. Papaam dafa baax. Yaayam dafa baax.
because daf leen
Koo bàyyi noonu.
because daf leen jëndal benn sàkku maalo wala lifin soo takkoon sa tubéy nga bàyyi sa doom yi mu dem jàng yow mi ko ayee jàng because nga yéen nga xam ya fii nga ne seen doom yi nu dem jàng soo takkoon sa tubéy nga bàyyi sa doom bi mu dem jàng fu mu war a aw mu dem aw fa lu nekk si boppam mooy indi xaalis man su ma def mën a wax as a jigéen na two things they give you money wetin dey inside you eat wetin dey between you food so na you dey use am na you dey use am so us parents
That's my dad's logic too.
yeah na you dey use am it's simple comme su ma def lu ko dee sax jigéen ñaar la sa diggante tànk bi
That's why my dad
wala sa
depend on
bopp
my
bi
education.
so yow si yow la des so parents should actually leave their kids to learn and even if you don't want to teach your kids waxtaan leen ak seen doom yi duñ seen enemy seen doom boo gis mu nekk sa xarit
them, sir.
will always come to you
You don't owe it
You
to
owe
them,
it to
sir.
them.
They did not
like,
ask
yo,
to be in this
yaa fi
world.
nekkee.
you owe your
Yo,
child
xam nga
what
àdduna
you did
bi
not
nu
get
mel.
man smile dafa ne I give you this because I wanted it and I couldn't have it and me too I tell man bis bu may amaati doom lu ma musa ñàkk yëpp loolu laa ko jox because dama feel ne man maa ko mun a jàppale man maa ko mun a jox lu ko mbedda bi di ñaawalee lu ko comme peer pressure bi si biti la am waaye soo ñëwee si kër bi you have everything
They tell you.
your home should be your safe space
Again, because you've been there.
My older
I
brother.
should be able to feel sad
pain boobu mun na ko koo wax so yow war ngaa mun a xam ne sa doom ne once in a while mu ngi go through why not just watch that on a random
Let me say
basis
something.
you talk
My mama
just
and
bring
I.
up something and just
My mom will tell you I am crazy. She will tell you like she would send me to Tanka, all that good stuff. She will tell you because she knows me. I'm not well. She will tell you. But one thing my mom will also say is that look at getting hari mo. I mean, dara na hari ko kombu just hari tami. You neka di you de nyo tongo sa indomi. Because lo no to her says na danga may room. Kul dara lo important health sa dom neka di go through it alone. Te man wuma may suma dom lo. Suma luñ munti muna hulo. Suñ tongo sa it lasts for about the time before she come and ask me. Danga buga reer.
danga bëgg a réer wala nga man sama maa sama dee install mu ne install fan
Wow.
waaw
Thank you.
But that's it. But I feel like
nice,
that
wow.
should be the relationship
Thank you.
with every parent and child.
Yeah.
Gis nga xale bu am jaama diggante moom ak yaayam bés bu ko dara di jot si yow la
Yeah,
du dem si mbedda
yeah.
man gis nga su ma ko waxee ne sama am problème ma koor si ma jooy si keneen noppam daf ma dee mere daf ma dee ne si man nga war a jooy
Yeah.
I'm the one you should come to because
Yeah.
man maa la jox life
Yeah.
I
how my
brought you
mom
and it's
feels,
my
yeah.
responsibility until the day I die you are my responsibility te man
Yeah.
noonu laa ko dee jàppee mag nekku fa man su ma yaay comme su ma yaay bu ma doon dem sëy dama foog ne I thought she was talking to her morom te lu ma wax yëpp ba léegi mu suma biir boppa bi because xam nga li xew daf ma xoolee as xaritam neen xoolee suñ doom yi as suñ xarit yi ñu bàyyi leen xoolee noonu leen jur nen leen may that safe space it doesn't have to be just white people that have safe space
spaces.
create
No.
a safe space in your home once there's a safe space for your child is going to come back at home
Yeah.
man maa fi daa worry my home is comfortable now I'm in a haste to go back at home because I know what there's where my peace is
Yeah.
xale yoo dee gis ni yëpp ñu dee dem ñu leen di def dara amuñ jaama si kër bi may leen xale yi jaama
Wow.
oh my God bro
No, but honestly, no, what she said, like, because if the kids are not peaceful at home, they don't go, it's like your husband. Is your husband not peaceful at your house? He go find someone else.
before you are
He'll
busy
find someone
following
else.
your husband
Follow your child. Because that one can go and procreate somewhere else. These are the only kids you have.
No, there is a way you're going to be close to your child. If you tell your child, go to daddy and ask him for school money, he will give the child school money. Yeah. You and the child, you enjoy.
Yeah.
My grandma, she used to 419 my mom with my sister. When the money come, me and her, that day she will know she has to cook good pepper soup. Yeah. So us we can chop.
No, for 419 mom, I feel like that was a trade skill. That was a skill.
One time I was like going through something, and I'm the type of person that I really don't speak out like that. Like I'm very private. Like I go through stuff on my own. So I remember one time my mom just saw me. Wow. Yeah. So my mom saw me one time and she's like, I don't know what you're going through. I don't know what you're going through, but if you don't come and talk to me, what is this? I don't know what already. I was like, bro, I couldn't even be mad because I know she really wanted to know what was wrong with me because I'm not the type of person I am. Yeah. And then I was going to work. You know what I did? I just broke down in the middle of the room. The first coming here. I just started joy. Remember? The way my mom was just frustrated. She started for me to come back. Huh?
That's what they do. No, if when I cry and call my mom cries. She asked me, now what trouble you? Yes. Left them. Now me and your friend. Left them. They're not good for you. Come to me. That's what she does. We as parents, we need to learn to do that. We need to learn to tell our children. Your friends are not your friend. I'm your friend. Come to me.
Mama good at it.
I be having issues with my friend. I'll call my mom.
They're going through their own stuff. They're still learning.
Thank you.
Because our moms, I remember when my mom went through, because when I was growing up, I saw her. Understand? So, as much as they want to come and talk to you, they're also going through it. They want to come and chit chat and water and chill. But my God, if they tell you what they're going through as well.
Please. I don't even need you to tell me. I have eyes I can see. And sadly for me, my brain is good at pattern recognition. I know when it's my daddy that's the problem. I know when it's the economy is the problem. I know when it's my siblings that's the problem. No, it's so funny because what happened was I ended up being the therapist for my household. And I noticed that because everybody in the family has now made it their job to come and tell me all their problems. And I'm sitting there like, does anybody ask me how was my day?
That's what I say.
How am I okay?
Why get
no, honestly, like a couple of weeks ago, I think it was last month, and I got really upset at him because he was bitching. And I'm like, you and your mom have the same problem. You like act like you're victims when you are the people that are perpetrators. I don't like it. And frankly speaking, y'all need to stop that because the thing is, you have people that are asking you, are you okay? How do you feel? I don't have that shit. So stop with the bitching and handle your stuff. My brother looked at me like, every time I want to tell you right after. He's gonna be like, why are you talking about me on your podcast? But I'll be like, okay, that's not how he did it. But like, I'll be like, the thing about me is, maluma gina na hari mo. You say Gambian, typical Gambian, dafa deaf. But pare do nangune more deaf. And the reason why they do that is because the first time they did it, nobody called them accountable. Yeah. Nobody told them take responsibility for your action. For some like people are getting essayed and like there's all this victim blaming because no one nitkine. Li daf la dal ngir lo soloon la lu tax ko doon li fi lu tax xaritoo mo yow ba fa ngeen ki sa xarit la lu tax nga doon li
first thing is to ask about that
because it's like you're making it seem like they asked for it.
They signed first.
How can I help you?
Exactly. And it's like you're acting like they could foresee that they were going to get assaulted. That the person that they thought they could trust was somebody that was as if we can see the future.
Bro, are you okay?
Are you okay?
No. What did you do? What were you wearing? How did you do this?
Wow. You're always so judgmental. Like, wow.
Instead of going to the person and telling them why.
But that has been happening. That just happened.
Exactly. So
we got to sit in our own home. Good. And she was robbed. And then they left.
Imagine. Your own home.
In your own house, your own safe space. You're not safe there anymore.
Yeah. You can't go anywhere.
You can go anywhere. That's why I'm like, I want, as a nation, we need to agree on something. Anybody that has bad intentions for you, it doesn't matter if you're outside, you're in a home, you're in your father's home, your husband's home, you can be inside God's heaven gates.
You can even be in a jilbab or niqab. It doesn't even matter.
You know your eyes,
everything. You know what's funny? The whole point why we have hijabs and niqabs was for this exact reason.
To not happen.
God brought it when during the prophets.
To not stare.
Because the woman will leave to go pee outside. And
men will be
the
staring
men
at
will assault them, will wait for them in the corner, trying to assault them. And he said, cover yourself so that they will not see you. That's why they wear the black niqab, because they looked like the night. Can do harm to your gainer.
And guess
But
what?
nobody
That
wants to
don't
talk
stop.
about those
And
correlations.
not only that don't stop nothing.
Initially,
That don't stop
Chase,
nothing.
They'll be like, oh, ankle was showing. Oh,
Chase has said, government bitamit come mula. But what he said is right. Government can actually help. Because len wahante diga. Okay, election today, we spend a lot of money on sensitizing people on what election is. Huh? Come Gambia, seruta, naharuta deftara. You understand? Naharuta deftara. Create a program that's going to keep on sensitizing people. Not to tell them kidafa bon kifa, how to protect themselves. Fum nekk ni wax neen kidafa bon gi degatul. Legi jangal len naka la gaay di comporter sen bopa. And not the people, the parents. Like create forums. Go to
Talk to them.
And not only that, but also not only to protect themselves, but also not be the perpetrator.
Not be the perpetrator.
Like consent. The person is not comfortable, bro.
And with social media now, it's easy.
It's easy.
Everybody is on TikTok.
Everybody.
Social welfare.
Thank you.
Create
Thank you.
another department. Or
Bring some people like
Bring
medical
people.
experts. Bring teenagers on the
teenagers. We're here. All we want to do is make people hear us.
I'm not even joking. There's Gambians that have studied psychology that could understand how to even get to the right audience and how to shape the content in a way that is respectable, but engaging enough for them to do.
He's my own therapist.
Thank you. But Lula, like I'm the Gambian man. I looked for them actively. I asked Gambian people. I said, somebody help me. I want to find out where are the Gambian people studying psychology. This is something we can literally do and connect with IT people. Create a whole app to handle this.
But
Have
that's
anonymous reporting.
You don't even come need pull gisa kanambi. There's a number like countries have it. Like I used to watch this thing called MTV Sugar.
So,
I learned a lot from MTV
and it's stuff
Sugar.
like that you just know.
I started
shows and
watching
stuff. It's
MTV Sugar. The
important.
people mukaga nyikadore in Kenya. Kenya la nyikadore because time of age we mung don bari. So guy guess okay. Hence kids are into watching movies and stuff. They
use that to your advantage.
They turn education into a movie.
Man,
Man, luma janga si film bobu jango mako sa si class when it comes to HIV and AIDS.
No teacher and X.
Come Gambia, then what about ne? Come okay, we are
I didn't know there was a
third world
difference between
country.
HIV
Lola gari
and
wa.
AIDS.
But we have people that are exposed. Gambia demba neku Gambia te. Everybody has TikTok. Social media has made it easy. Let us use it to our advantage to help each other. It's
very easy to spread information right now.
Oh, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna do this. We're actually putting the others in more trouble. Come neku
That it's worse. That it's worse.
worsen.
Yeah.
Legally, what a joke, put a stop to it because it's getting worse. Because recently, I guess that thing on TikTok. I don't know if it's real or if it's what's his not producer or whatever the name is. That they said he's not even a Gambian or whatever. That
What happened?
I saw this video of man bumagis. Okay, mom Coco Papa more don't explain. I think we explain the money come boy when that happened to him when he came back home,
when we were talking about
he was
earlier.
traumatized. Why ñom tamit mënu ñoo gom wala bëgg ñoo understand ne lum nekk di wax lool mo xew. So then foog ne probably is drugs or something. Yóbbu nañ ko lopitaan.
Blame the drugs.
Yóbbu nañ ko lii, yóbbu nañ ko fu nekk. Why at that point the boy was already traumatized trying to explain to them. So lu tax léegi ñun comme gis nga comme si nekkoon yeneen dëkk. Gis nañ news boobu one time, two time. There's a department or there's an agency
That specializes in that.
Yeah.
No,
That's
I
why
have
you handle that.
But there is.
Exactly.
They can sensitize the people. But you have to understand, this is Lika said this earlier, it's like Sutarabi is so deeply ingrained. A whole generation
You don't
has to
understand,
die
man.
for us to be able to
Let us
fully
die, but we're not going to
for
speak
it
up.
to go in.
Sutura bekany.
This not legi. This was going to
Sweeping
get to
under
what is
the
the
rug.
human
They
cost
just
of
balance for
allowing
everything.
this.
human
And
cost,
we're wondering why people have bad now the youth have mental health issues. Look at there's higher suicide rates, why there's higher anxiety in our community. It's because this is not just where the issue lies.
Yow nga xool dëkk bu mel ni Gambia ñun Gambia let's
Gambia
just be
bu ndaw
honest.
bu ko dee.
Let's just be honest. Ñun when it comes to góor jigéen stuff, let's just be honest. That's not us. Ñun xamul loolu dara.
No. But we will get into that. I feel like that's a whole different topic.
Topic of its own.
Yeah, of its own. But like in that, the investment and the amount of energy they put into stopping that, if they put that into stopping essays in this country,
I feel like priorities are not where they need to be honest.
Thank you.
It's not a
Priorities are not where they're
I
supposed
feel
to
like
be.
because for me, at the end of the day, if it's two consenting, bro, I don't give a What I worry about is
It's
the kids
non-consenting.
and victims, regardless of gender.
Thank you.
Like that is my concern. Whatever people are doing in their houses, consensually, what they're doing in their house, I don't care. My priority.
That's somebody said it on the TikTok. Thank you.
That dome we created called sutura.
Sutura, yeah, they need to break
that
it.
dome is gonna fall on
That's
us.
the worst thing.
That's the dome that's going to fall on us because nga sutura nit.
Protecting the family name.
Protecting what family name? Do you know how many cousins? Cousin. Now my cousin. We are cousin. Not today.
It's not.
Do you know how many children come hallelujah you do then?
It's so easy.
Why mënu ñoo wax ne diw moo ko jur kele la ñoo wax ne moo ko jur because kele moo gën a àndaa comme dafa naxaree wax de we're saying waaw ba tamit soo waxee yaay ñu ne damay sutu damay aar suma doom bi suma
yow lan nga kii nga dem ko lan nga aar si loolu
Because there's
like
something
the lifelong cost, because the
It's not worth
person,
it.
like, what is going on inside their head.
the way the way that person's self-worth has been regarded.
Exactly.
That person is now in this dunya thinking man suma boppa rek laa am because loolu nga leen woon
Wow.
te dara naxariwut nga dunda si biir dëkk bii nii nga ne yow kenn rek nga am because yow kenn booy try a dundal dafa dem to a point ne the thing about trauma is, and I have this issue. Trauma doesn't just leave you just because you think you're done with it.
Yeah, it does never leave
Trauma
you.
gonna come back and say, "Hi, this part of me you didn't solve it, and I need you to
I'm
look
here
into
now
it."
to solve
And it will come back to you.
that will give you another trauma.
Bro, and that will come up to you when you have kids. It will show itself when you have
They're
kids.
saying things that are
It will have when your
trigger back.
husband says certain words to you. It can come back to you when somebody just
Says words or def that. Thank you. Action.
Nga dem ngay lox
Si
sa
saa si
yaram bi dem
yow
delu
ñëwaat.
nga waat foofu. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, there's so much care that needs to be had for victims that I feel like we don't cater to. And respectfully, like, comme li hanan ko henen wa bi neexut waaye waxtaan bi wax buñ wara am la. You know what I'm saying? And like, I know we all have so much more to say, but y'all time is going, and you know, it's a very broad topic for real. And I would genuinely love if there are victims that are comfortable enough to speak on their experience
as well.
and even
You want to show your face.
Everything is
we wouldn't
anonymous.
say everyone. You
You
can
can
even do
send-
anonymous, and you could send and tell us what your experience was, and we could talk about it. Because genuinely speaking, I'm sick and tired of us hiding.
Honestly.
I'm sick and tired. If
Hiding,
if the police is not going to do anything, and you know this person is a rapist, and there's 3 or 4 of you that can
Your
confirm
community.
it, bro, we would blast that
If it's
person
not the
online.
police, the community will
Social
definitely.
media, social media, the
Blast
young
her.
league.
You
Yeah.
don't have to go to the court and police. Mo isun court police.
Screenshot. This person did this to me
Screenshot.
on this day. Boom. Here it is.
Yeah, like,
Yes, it-
Watch out for him.
Simple.
Period.
Watch out for him. Niti don't let the Gambia.
You know what? Actually, we can create a whole app for that.
Yeah,
Respectfully.
we should.
No, honestly. No,
No,
your
it's
life is
not-
I'm
it's
so
not- it's
serious.
not-
Because
yeah.
we have a lot of IT geniuses. Why can't we
Yeah,
create an
really.
app where you can submit and let the society know?
Like a sex offenders
Yeah, like
list
a sex offenders
almost.
list for Gambia.
For Gambia.
Let's do
Foofu rek
it.
la ñoo mujjee.
Foofu rek
Dafa
ñoo mujjee.
naare
And you
wax
can
rek.
put their location. I don't care. You'll
Yeah.
be like, this person is 0.5. I don't
Put
care.
the picture.
Put the picture and everything.
With description, hide and everything. I will support this. Please, I will share the picture. I will share the app.
You see this app we're talking about me? It might save your child's life.
Life.
tomorrow.
Thank you.
Come we then buy that belief of New Gambia, we're a third world country, so we're gonna do third world stuff. No. Yes, we are a third world country, but 95% of Gambia.
Because certain people, you talk to them about mental health.
I'm then
Exactly.
You guys just let it.
Exactly. Or when you say something about mental health, they're like, oh wow, this is like tubab stuff. So my brain and the tubab brain
It's not
now,
the same brain.
out of
It's not
10
a
houses in the Gambia, 9.5 kër yëpp am na ko fa tukki out.
Wow.
Te soo tukki out da ngay jànga. Nen leen buy that
The
thing of
9.5
jàngum.
out of that house, I
Nelen
promise you,
janga.
and there's one person that's been essayed in each house.
Nen
One
leen
person.
jànga. Gis nga soo demee ba
guy
am
or
doom.
girl.
Jangal. You're never too old to janga. There's no problem in
As
janga.
long as you're alive.
Jangal
always
nooy
going to
protecté
learn.
sa doom bi because no doon protecté sa doom bi démba wala sa yaay noonu la doon protecté démba nekk
It's not
noonu
the
ngay
same,
protecté sa doom
Technology
bi.
is different now.
Technology
bro.
is different.
Different now.
And
Syria,
you know, there's
violent,
a wider variety now of perpetrators that your child has access to.
Exactly.
That have access to your child. Let me put it this way that you'll understand. They have access to your child.
Once your child has a phone-
Kaya ba wali ni mine, you gave your child internet to have access to the world, but what you did also was give the world access to your child.
Yep.
So that's where we're gonna leave it at. It's been fun doing this. We're gonna talk more about it. Next topic is gonna be on consent because
Y'all need to know no
y'all
is
need
no.
to know no means no.
No coercing. When the person finally says yes, it's nothing.
Yeah, so
no,
Don't even worry.
Danga play hard to get. Massive hard to get.
In the next episode, we'll talk about
We'll talk about hard to get.
See y'all
Thank
next
y'all. It's been
episode.
fun. Have a good time. Bye.